Hello, this is Marquita, and I'm just going to talk about the book of Genesis. I'm going to talk about the ferment and how God spoke to Noam and told him to build an ark, and how he flooded the land, how he flooded the earth. And I just recently found out that it is water above us. Like if you go to Genesis chapter 1, it explains how God created the earth and the heavens. How he created the waters. He divided the waters from the earth. And I'm going to go and I'm going to read. I will be reading chapter 1, verse 6. Then God said, "Let there be ferment in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Thus God made the ferment and divide the waters which were under the ferment from the waters which were above the ferment. And it was so. The ferment is heaven. And like it says, and divided the waters which were under the ferment from the water which were above the ferment. So picture this. We on earth, and above us is water. Then the ferment. He divided the waters from the waters. And then he made earth. I'm going to keep reading. And God called the ferment heaven. So the even and the morning was the second day. Then God said, "Let the water under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let that dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. This right here, when you read it and understand it, it makes you think of how they say they go out into space. How the people go out into space. I forgot, you know who I'm talking about, but the people that go out to space. But is that really true? Think about it. If people can go out of space into space, they would have to break through the ferment. They would have to go through water. And is that possible? Is it possible for them to break the ferment? No, it's not possible. Not with men. If they were able to break the ferment, that means the heavens is going to be open. That means the water is going to bust open. The waters is going to drop down. And humans do not have control to do that. They don't have the power to do that. No matter what they do, no matter how long they take to do it, try to do it, they cannot do it because they're not in control. The Father that dwells in the third heaven, he controls this. When it rains, he's the one. Our Father's the one open up the heavens and dropping down the rain. The water that is divided from the earth, that's the rain that dropped down from us. For, when Father opened up the heavens and the rain come down. But if a human can have the control and the power to bust through the ferment, it would be so much water dropping down because this water is above us all. So you want to think about all the lies that's been going on in this world. You have to really study the word and really do your research about this. Because there's no human that have that type of power to break through, to bust through the ferment. Because like I said, water would come dropping down on the earth because it's water above us. Now, when I was reading the Genesis, I went to the chapter when God spoke to Norm and told him to build the ark. Now, mind you, that ark was so huge, and it's actually I believe in Kentucky. It is they have a museum of the ark, and I would love to go see that one day. I would love to walk in there and just to look around that ark. And when God flooded the earth, when it was time for when it was time for Norm and his family and the animals to go in there, God, he opened up the heavens. First of all, he opened up the heavens, and it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. It rained so hard, it covered up to the mountains. It covered above the mountains. Picture a mountain, how big, how huge, how tall the mountain is. It was rain, it was water above that. And so if someone had that type of power, if a human man had that power to get in a rocket ship and go outer space, as they say, the earth would be flooded, because they will bust through the ferment, which they can't, because they don't have that type of power. No one has the power that our Father has. He's the only one that can bust the ferment open and drop the rain down and cover up the whole earth will be filled with water. No one has that type of power. You have to pay attention and really study the word and really, do your research, like I said, because this world is a lie. And it's another thing, like also, they say the world is round. Do you think the world is round, or is it flat? But our Father, he that earth at the time the water was so huge, so tall. It was taller than a mountain. And again, I'm gonna repeat myself. I'm sorry, but no one has that type of power to go out of space, because if they do, they will break the ferment, and the waters will come down from the ferment, because once again, it's water above us. It's water above us, and it's water beneath us. Okay. So I just had to come on with that. I didn't have to come on, I don't think, but I just wanted to come on and make this video, and just to explain a little bit about the ferment and waters and how we've been lied to for so long, and it's up to you to seek the truth, and seeking the truth is when you give yourself to Jesus and when you study the words of God, and the truth will find you. The truth will be in you. You will see and know the truth.